Welcome back to Mind Bang, where we overanalyze TV shows, lose sleep over wild fan theories, and apparently get haunted by pickle-based nightmares. Yeah, last night was rough. Ever had a dream where a giant sentient pickle chases you down a dark alley whispering, "You should have put me on a burger," in a deep, menacing voice? No? Just me? Cool. But enough about my psychological damage. Let's talk Daredevil Born Again Episode 4 because, oh man, this episode dropped some bombshells. And folks, the theories are coming in hot. Let's break them down. Hash 1, Muse is here, and that's a whole problem for Matt. Alright, let's talk about the biggest new player in Episode 4, Muse. For those who don't know, Muse is one of the creepiest, most terrifying villains in Daredevil's history. He's a graffiti-obsessed serial killer who uses real human blood in his artwork. He wears a white mask, has superhuman senses, and is basically what happens when an art student has a breakdown and decides to go full Joker mode. In the comics, he's completely unhinged and operates in a way that even Kingpin can't control. So what does his arrival mean for Born Again? Theory time. Muse isn't just here for decoration. He's about to make Matt's life a living nightmare. We already know Matt's struggling with his faith, his role as Daredevil, and his frustration with the justice system. Muse is the perfect villain to push him over the edge, because you can't reason with a guy who thinks murder is an art form. The fact that he's not controlled by Fisk makes him an unpredictable wild card, meaning he could force Matt and Fisk into an uneasy alliance. And let's be honest, Matt teaming up with Fisk to stop Muse? That's the kind of messy drama we live for. 2. Punisher versus Bullseye, an off-screen feud? Next up, let's talk about the line that sent fans into a frenzy. Frank Castle referring to Benjamin Dex Poindexter as Bullseye. That name drop means that Bullseye is still active, which means the 7-year gap since the original series was not a peaceful one. If Frank knows him well enough to name drop him, that means they've crossed paths before. Now, let's connect the dots. In the comics, Bullseye and Punisher have some brutal history. These two do not play nice. Could we find out that Bullseye has been working for Fisk in the shadows? Or, even worse, what if Fisk is keeping him locked up, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash him? We might not have seen Dex yet, but this isn't a random throwaway line. It's a setup, and when Bullseye comes back, it's going to be absolute chaos. And let's be real, if we get a Bullseye versus Punisher rematch in this season, take my money now. Tab 3. Wilson Fisk is about to lose his mind. Look, we all know Wilson Fisk is a petty man, but imprisoning Adam, the guy who had an affair with Vanessa, that's next-level insecure villain behavior. Let's unpack what this means. Fisk has always been obsessed with control, but now, he's losing it. The fact that he can't let this go tells us that he's not thinking like a calculated crime boss anymore, he's thinking emotionally. A reckless Fisk is a dangerous Fisk, and that's bad news for everyone in Hell's Kitchen. So what's next for Fisk? Theory, his paranoia is going to push him over the edge, and we're about to see him go full Kingpin mode like never before. And that means one thing. Someone is getting brutally taken out before the season is over. The question is, who? Hasher 4. Matt's vigilante dilemma. Is Daredevil about to go too far? Alright, let's talk about Matt's latest crisis. After the death of his client, Hector Ayala, White Tiger, we're seeing Matt spiral even further into his never-ending struggle between justice and vengeance. He's already lost faith in the system. And let's be honest, it was hanging by a thread anyway. Now, he's more Daredevil than Matt Murdock, and that's dangerous. If Muse, Fisk, and Bullseye all come at him at once, we could be looking at Matt's darkest chapter yet, so what's the theory? Daredevil is going to do something he can't take back. We've seen Matt walk the line between hero and anti-hero before, but this time, he might finally cross it. And if he does, it changes everything. Like, share, and subscribe before Fisk finds us. Alright, that's all we've got for today's Mind Bang Deep Dive. What do you think? Is Muse about to turn Hell's Kitchen into an art exhibit? Is Fisk going to completely lose it? And who the hell is going to take down Bullseye when he finally shows up? Drop your theories in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because when Daredevil finally throws hands with Bullseye, Punisher, and Fisk at the same time, you're going to want to be here for the breakdown. This has been Mind Bang! See you next time, unless a serial-killing graffiti artist gets me first.